Dad, please don't come to Jason's wedding. It's better if you stay home. I froze halfway down the stairs. My father's voice was calm. Too calm. The kind of calm people use when they have already made a cruel decision and do not want to feel guilty about it. In the living room, my grandfather sat in his old armchair. His hands rested on his knees, but I saw them tremble. But it's my grandson's wedding, he said softly. That's exactly why, my mother replied sharply. We don't want you embarrassing us in front of Emily's family. Something in my chest tightened. Not anger yet, just disbelief. My name is Lauren Brooks. I am 29 years old, a freelance writer living in Seattle. This happened 3 weeks before my brother's wedding. My brother, Jason Brooks, was getting married to Emily Carter, the daughter of one of the most powerful attorneys in the city. To my parents, this was not just a wedding. It was an opportunity, a chance to climb, to impress, to belong to a higher class. And in their minds, my grandfather did not fit that picture. My grandfather, Henry Brooks, spent 35 years working as an electronics technician at Boeing. He was not wealthy. He never wore expensive suits. He spoke slowly, carefully, like someone who had lived a life where words mattered. But what no one wanted to remember was this. 15 years ago, when my father's business collapsed, Grandpa mortgaged his small home and gave him $15,000, everything he had. It was not enough. It was never enough. I still remember my father shouting, only $15,000. Do you know what other fathers give their sons? Grandpa just stood there, quiet, ashamed. I was 14, hiding behind a door, crying. That moment never left me. As I grew older, one thing became painfully clear. I was the only one who still saw him. I visited him every week, sometimes twice. I brought him groceries, sat with him, listened to his stories about airplanes, about my grandmother, about life. My brother, he called when he needed something. Money, a favor, free babysitting for his dog. That was it. The closer we got to the wedding, the worse it became. One night, my mother spread the seating chart across the table. We can't seat Dad at the main table, she said. He won't know how to behave. I stared at her. That's his grandson. You don't understand social dynamics, she replied. Jason didn't even look up from his phone. Emily's parents will judge everything, he added. We can't risk that. I felt like I was sitting with strangers. A few days later, I found Grandpa in the kitchen early in the morning. He was ironing his old gray suit, the one he had worn to every important event for the past 20 years. You're getting ready already? I asked. He smiled. I thought I might buy a new tie. Something nice. My throat tightened. Grandpa, you don't have to. He looked at me carefully, then asked very quietly, do you think I would embarrass them? That question, it shattered me. No, I said, never. But he nodded like he already knew the truth. Thanksgiving came 2 weeks before the wedding. The house was full, food everywhere, laughter, noise. But Grandpa sat at the far end of the table, alone. He had brought his homemade apple pie, Jason's favorite when he was a kid. Just leave it in the kitchen, my mom said without looking. No one touched it, not even Jason. Grandpa sat there, quietly cutting a small piece of turkey. Not speaking, not interrupting, not existing. I leaned closer. Grandpa, are you okay? He smiled. The kind of smile people use when they do not want to burden you. As long as I can see you happy, I'm happy. That was the moment I realized something terrifying. He had already accepted it. A week before the wedding, everything exploded. You're not coming, my father said. Just like that. No discussion, no apology, just a decision. I can't have you embarrassing me in front of them. I ran downstairs. You can't do this. Stay out of it, he snapped. He helped you when you were bankrupt. This is about our future, my mother said. Our reputation? I looked at my grandfather. He did not argue, did not defend himself, just sat there, looking at the floor. I won't go if he doesn't go, I said. Silence. Then he spoke. No, sweetheart. I turned to him. You go. But I don't want you to miss this because of me. His voice was gentle, but something about it felt final. The night before the wedding, I drove to his house. Lights off. No answer. I knocked again. Nothing. His car was still there. So I told myself he was sleeping. But something felt wrong. The next day, the wedding was perfect. A luxury hotel in downtown Seattle. Crystal lights, live music, champagne, everyone smiling, everything flawless, except one thing. He was not there. During the reception, my mother suddenly said we forgot Dad's wedding gift. Jason frowned. Oh yeah? He didn't give me anything. I stared at them. You banned him. And you still expect a gift? It's tradition, my mother said coldly. That was when something inside me snapped. He was dying in your house, and all you saw was money. No one responded because they knew. That night, we went to his house. The moment we walked in, I knew something was wrong. It did not feel empty. It felt erased. Everything was gone. Furniture, photos, memories. 40 years of life, gone. Only a letter remained. My father picked it up, hands shaking. Dear family, by the time you read this, I have moved into Maple Grove Senior Living. I sold the house. Part of the money is for my care. The rest, $52,000, has been donated to a senior support fund Lauren manages. I realized I have been a burden, so I chose a place where I am not. Lauren, thank you for seeing me. Please don't look for me. Henry Brooks. Silence filled the room. Then he gave away the money? My father shouted. That was our inheritance, Jason yelled. I turned to them slowly. He left because of you. No one spoke, because they could not deny it. The next day I found him. Maple Grove Senior Living. Warm, bright, alive. Not like a hospital, like a place where people mattered. I found him in the community room, playing cards, laughing, actually laughing. I had not heard that sound in years. Lauren, he said. His face lit up. They remember how I take my coffee, he told me. They ask about my life. They listen. And that was when I understood. He had not left to escape life. He had left to find it again. Months passed, then years, and everything changed. My father's business failed again. This time, no one saved him. My mother stopped chasing status because she had nothing left to prove. Jason's marriage ended after 1 year because he never learned how to care about anyone but himself. And my grandfather, he thrived. He taught woodworking, grew vegetables, made friends, laughed every day. He became himself again. We built this senior fund together, helping elderly people who felt forgotten, abandoned, invisible. It grew faster than I expected because there were so many like him. Too many. Years later, Jason came, holding an apple pie, hands shaking. I'm sorry, he said. I finally understand. Grandpa looked at him for a long time, then smiled. Come here, son. Not revenge, not punishment, just truth and time. And maybe that is what people do not understand. They thought they were too good for him. But in the end, he was the only one who knew what family actually meant. So let me ask you, if your family treated someone like they did not matter, would you stay silent? Or